You're right there, Mark here with another Fyreslayer video for you lot from the 3.0 book, and this is going to be no small unit. This was such a bread and butter unit for most Fyreslayer armies out there, and probably still is. It is your Hearthguard Berzerkers. So if you want to follow along, page 84. Let's carry on. So, there is two different weapon loadouts you can have on these guys. You can have the Berserker Broadaxe, or you can have your Flame Spike Poleaxe. Now the basic statistics for these guys, they have your Fire Steel Throwing Axe, 8-inch range, 1 attack, hit on 4, wound on 4, no rend, 1 damage, 4-inch movement, 2 wound, 8 bravery, 5 defense, or 5 save. Now, Carl gets an extra attack, but let's carry on to the rest of the options. Now, they are 160 points for 5 of them. If your Runefather is a general, they become battle line, which is really, really quite useful. Now, their two abilities they have are really quite useful. You have Duty Until Death. This unit has a 4-up ward save if it's wholly within 9 inches of a friendly Fyreslayer unit. Hero, not unit, I do apologise. That's nothing to sniff at, because these Berserkers can become part of the retinue for your Runefather or Ruined Son. A retinue, you normally want to keep them close by. So now this unit has now got a 4-up shrug. Absolutely amazing. And the whole thing with the retinue that I went over with the Runefather, Ruined Son discussion was, as soon as the HQ, the hero, is fought, if the Berserkers are eligible to fight, they can immediately fight. That's not bad at all. Okay, so the weapons, we'll go over that now for you. There are two different weapons. I personally prefer one of them over the others. However, they are both very, very, very useful. Okay, so my favourite is the Berserker Broadaxe. It's 2 attacks, 2-inch range, hits on 3s, wounds on 3s, rend 1, 2 damage. Now, Fyreslayers, you can buff that rend to rend 2. You can buff the damage, you can buff the attacks. Especially if you've got a Runefather nearby, they can go to 3 attacks each. Now, the Flame Spike Poleaxes are quite clever. 2-inch range, 2 attacks, hits on 3s, wound on 3s, no rend, 1 damage. However, it's their ability they have, Smouldering Braziers. If the unmodified hit roll for an attack made with the Poleaxe is a 6, it causes 2 mortal wounds to the target in addition to any damage inflicted. Now, a vast majority of the time, the Broadaxes are going to be better. Alright, because they have the 2 damage built in, they are rend 1 built in. However, if you are against very diminishing incoming damage armies such as Seraphon and Nighthaunt, they don't care about rend. Those ones come off the top of my head straight away. Spiking those mortal wounds can be very, very tasty because, as I said, you have a Runefather nearby, you have a 10-man blob of these. Cool, that's 31 attacks that you just need to spike a few 6s in there, and you got some mortal wounds coming out. Now, there are runes that you can put on to do more mortal wounds, to do rend, to do this, to do that. So, as I said, if you are building these guys and you're not sure, right, and you have a 5 or 10-man blob, Broadaxes are the safer option. However, if you do have the option to have 2 10-man units, why not go for Broadaxe and a Poleaxe? then you got a bit of option for, you know, both events. But they are 160 points for 5. So they don't come in cheap. Okay? Gone are the days of having a 30-man strong blob of these guys. Maximum, to my knowledge, I will just double check for peace of mind. You can go up to 20, but I will just double check. Where are you? No, 15. That's the, I believe, no, you can go up to 20, because if they're battle line, you can reinforce them 3 times. But that's a lot of eggs in one basket, okay? So gone are the days of having multiple blobs of 20 or 30 of these ones. Really, in all fairness, most armies, I would be more content running maybe 2 blobs of 10. At most, maybe 2 blobs of 15. Alright, but that is you really throwing all your reinforcement points down on them. I would say 2 blobs of 10, really quite nice. But I do hope that has been helpful. I really genuinely do like the Hearthguard Berzerkers. They did get a lot of flack in previous editions because they were so durable and so killy. It was not fun. Alright, I played them and I played against them. They were not a fun unit because you just couldn't kill them quick enough. Alright, but I do think it's headed in a nice direction. They are still durable and they are still killy, but I don't think they are as point and click as they once were. But as always, I really do hope this video has helped you, has informed you. As always, any likes, comments, subscriptions, very much appreciated. It helps the YouTube algorithm. If you ever played against these guys or played with them, comment down below. And you know anyone out there that's looking at Fyreslayers, please swing them in this direction. It's very much appreciated. But as always, thank you very much for watching through to the end. It is most appreciated. And you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you again for watching through to the end. As always, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification so you're made aware of when new content comes out. Social media links have been put down below, such as Discord. Come over, chat with some great people. And the merch store and the hobby store are all up and running. So have a little gander, see what you fancy to help support the channel outside of YouTube. But as always, thank you again and take care.